Hey everyone, it's Alyssa over at Southern Crafts Corner. Today we are going to take this Dollar Tree bamboo cutting board and turn it into a gorgeous Christmas farmhouse. So for this project today, you're going to need your cutting board. I'm using a little wooden tag, some different scrapbook paper, a little garland pipe cleaner. I'm using some quart and large popsicle sticks, a couple snowflake cutouts, a mini half bead, and for this project you will need some white paint, black paint, some wax, and then at the end a little 2-pack of Christmas trees from Dollar Tree. I forgot to show at the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and start out by tracing the paper for my tag and for my cutting board. The tag is going to eventually become a cute little door for my home. So for this one I used a beautiful black and white snowflake pattern, and then for the house I used a white brick scrapbook paper. So I'm just painting the edges of my cutting board first to make sure that when it's completed, the white blends in with the white paper on top. So grab your Mod Podge and pop it down on the cutting board, and we're gonna go ahead and affix the paper right on top of our cutting board. So once it's on there, go ahead and smooth it out, and then I took a sanding block and just quickly sanded down the edges of my projects as well. So there's my beautiful brick paper, and there is my little snowflake door. Next, I'm gonna paint my white snowflakes while I have my white paint out and ready to go, and then I'm gonna paint the little half bead, which will become a cute little doorknob. Now it's time to stain. So for this project, I ended up needing 14 large popsicle sticks. I cut the bottoms off to make little shingles, and 2 large quart size popsicle sticks. I went ahead and created them to be different lengths, and you'll see how all of these will come together on our gorgeous little house. So take your time. I'm using a baby wipe to stain my different pieces. And now it's time to start gluing them on. So I am doing mine kind of in an up and down pattern, creating the look of a old rustic barn or farmhouse that you would see in a beautiful country just covered in snow. And that was my inspiration for this part of the project. So you're gonna overlap them and go in the windows of the cutouts right along the lines of the popsicle sticks that you're seeing. And then you're gonna go ahead and glue one along the top and one on top of that as well, going the opposite way. Now we're gonna grab our 4 pieces to create our little apex on the roof, and just go ahead and glue those right on down. And you can see how this becomes a house. Wait until the end. This thing turns out so gorgeous. Can't wait for y'all to see it. On the back side, I'm using just a leftover piece of wood just to reinforce that back piece. So there's the top. Next, I'm grabbing a 1-inch chip brush, brushing off some of that white, and I am going all over the top of this roof. I want it to have a nice snowy texture on the top, and I just thought this would give it the right touch. While I have my chip brush out, I'm grabbing one of these little garland pipe cleaners from Dollar Tree out of the 8-pack, and I'm just gonna make a little miniature wreath. While my white paint is still out, I'm gonna take some of it and actually just brush it right on top of this wreath to give it the snow look as well. And since I'm doing farmhouse, I decided that I'm gonna use some different ribbons on this project as well. So for now, I'm gonna put my door on, put my handle, I'm popping a couple actual 3D snowflakes on there as well, just to give it an extra little touch. And then I'm using a black ribbon and a black and white stripe ribbon. These both came from Walmart, and making a really quick, easy bow. So you loop them, pinch the top in, and I'm double layering mine and using a piece of black string to tie the center. I'm double knotting it super tight, and I'm leaving the excess string on so that way I can actually tie it directly onto my wreath on the top as well. I'm just dovetailing the ends of the ribbon in the front, and then here is where I'm gonna go ahead and double knot that onto the back of my wreath. So let's go ahead and glue this on. I'm putting it right on the top apex of my house. We're gonna put some glue right on the back there. Push it down and make sure it doesn't go nowhere. And then finally, I'm grabbing this little 2-pack of trees from Dollar Tree. I'm cutting off half of the bristles so that way it's a flat tree. Save the bristles, you'll see at the end why. Go ahead and glue on your trees onto the board and keep them flushed. And then the last piece is let's make a stand for it. So to make a stand, I'm just grabbing 2 wood shims, gluing them on top of each other to make a nice flat base. I'm gonna paint it white and chip brush it with some black. Now it's time to glue the bottom of the cutting board right on top of those shims. And then here is where you save those leftovers. I'm just grabbing a little bit of Mod Podge and sprinkling on all those bristles. And there you have it. For under $5, this gorgeous little house can be in your home this holiday season. Come on over to my page over at Southern Crafts Corner and come craft with us. We have so much fun and make gorgeous displays for your home.